Hello, skis. It is I, your King Ginger, as always. Like 99.9% of the time, I am joined by the irreplaceable, unstoppable, unconquerable, immovable, irreversible,
Wow.
magnificent Matt Lind. Matt, how are you this morning? I'm about to do something with my camera while you tell people how you are. How are you?
It's a Sunday morning. I slept in a little bit, which is nice.
Got that going for you?
Got a big can of highball, so I'll be uh I'll be doing it. Got some
Hi,
prepping plan for extra life.
highball. Tell me more about this highball.
It is an energy seltzer,
Oh,
so it's
is
it's
it?
it's caffeinated liqueur.
Ah,
that
is that better? Will people stop like?
works. Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I feel like I do a real bad job with my camera, and I'm trying to maybe be a little bit better at things.
I mean, you live your life, man. Nobody's in here.
Live your truth. I
Uh,
don't know, man. If I don't put too much time into doing like, I literally streamed every day last week except for Wednesday and Saturday. So I'm gonna do that much work. I want it to at least be like people to go, oh, that dude at least somewhat gives a shit about what he does. And I do, just a smaller version of a poo.
yeah, it's hey, and you can build up to it. You're finding your stuff, working it out a piece at a time.
Yeah, I'm just a tired boy, so I'm a little all over the place. All right, today we're gonna work on a Shaggy. Gonna do some extra life prep, in some broad. Did it again, Matt. In a
Yes.
broad overview sense.
Mhm.
I said some things before we started where I was like, this just sounds terrible. Um, so from that perspective, and then I want to work a little bit on D&O because I've got D&O tomorrow night, and while I have the idea here, it's got to be able to come from here to there, and
Ah,
you know that's not always the easiest thing to do,
no.
especially for when herding cats of players who are just like ready to bust loose, baby. All right, so let's start with Crush the Rebellion. Um, so I did a little write up of um, my extra life stuff, and let's pull it up because even I can't remember everything I write down because I just write stuff off the hip, and when it comes out, I'm always like, "Oh, hey, look at this thing. This was my idea. Well, great." All right. So I'm calling it Imperius Untada Ober Totalix, which apparently is the kind of one of the rallying cries of COMPNOR in Star Wars.
All right. I'm not familiar with COMPNOR, which is interesting.
COMPNOR is from the old West End Games source books.
Oh.
So West End Games had a massive amount of
Oh yeah.
amazing stuff for Star Wars. There is really cool posters of it as well out there.
That's why I
It,
recognize it then because it was there. A lot of their stuff was in the Star Wars Encyclopedia,
yep,
which
it's
was
it,
very
it, it,
much during those dark times
exactly. It
before the Zahn books.
it translates to Empire United overall, and they were still doing stuff during the Zahn trilogy
Yeah.
and beyond. They were really the backbone of Star Wars during that time. And in my opinion, they were putting out stuff left and right, and it was good. We played West End Star Wars when I was growing up, all basically only second to D&D, more than Faster Rip Marvel. Um, so it was like a big deal, and I still have some of the books. Um, but it's something like COMPNOR is the Commission for the Preservation of the New Order.
Hmm.
In the old school, actually, this Imperial Security Bureau fell underneath the purview of COMPNOR. A bunch of little, like COMPNOR had its own military forces. It was kind of like Homeland Security on a galactic scale.
Okay, so similar to what the ISB is being.
And see, the ISB was part of COMPNOR.
Oh, okay.
So it was like the more intrigue arm of COMPNOR. So the biggest thing I always found kind of insidious about COMPNOR was it was also like a Hitler Youth vibe going on. They were going around and scooping up loyalists and then not in so much drafting them, but indoctrinating them.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I want to start, is that the players are new recruits to COMPNOR, and they're being asked to assist in the pacification of a Nemodian delegation above a luxury starliner. So the Nemodians were staunch members of the the CIS. All of a sudden, I can't remember what the CIS stands for. They were the bad guys in the Clone Wars.
Oh.
And it's kind of this idea of these people that were formerly in power now coming to the Empire like 5 years in and saying, hey, some of you who are in power, like, we had agreements. To me, I wanted kind of also to have the same feeling of in Bad Batch when the Empire tells the Kaminoans, like, your agreements were with the Republic. We aren't the Republic. So all those financial agreements, no, you're not getting paid. So I kind of, the idea is they get the Nemodians on this luxury liner, and they're being wined and dined a little bit, but then the final sell of it is like you need to renegotiate all your contracts with the Empire, because we're not the Republic and we're not going to honor them. So the Nemodians have problems with that, and they've brought their own small attachment of personnel, of course, as bodyguards and the like, because they technically could be considered war criminals. And that's, the Empire has the attitude of us, we can't directly take action because it'll look like we're starting another war. But COMPNOR technically isn't part of the Empire. It's a voluntary organization run by concerned citizens. So that's where the PC's junior adjutant, I can't say that word.
Adjutant, I believe.
Adjutant, yeah, I can't get the letters to work together for me. Adjutant basically says that we need you to do this. So I also want the game to be sort of built upon the premise of your loyal citizens. You have somewhat benefited from the Empire taking control, but how far are you willing to go for that? Do you have limits? So while it's Star Wars, I want it to be a little bit more, I guess, politically charged Star Wars.
Okay.
Grab this information. Does that make any sense? Did I just completely?
No, yeah.
All over the place. All right. So we've got this. We need to make the strong start. So I thought about this. I thought about doing this. There is a component to Blades in the Dark, and the only reason I know this is because I've been listening. I listened to the newest episodes of Steeplechase yesterday. Highly recommend it. And they have this kind of part of the game which is like you can have flashbacks, And flashbacks allow you to explain how you have planned for these contingencies. So then when you flash forward, you can go, this is why I should be getting a bonus for this. So, and I also was, I think it was either James and I, or it was you and I yesterday were talking. I think it was James and I were talking about, I am very interested in going back and rewatching some Kurosawa stuff, especially Throne of Blood. And there is that interesting, the story is being told out of order. Portions of that, which, Quentin Tarantino lifts basically nonstop, among other things that he lifts basically nonstop.
Sure.
People who watch a lot of cinema from other countries would go, oh shit, this got stolen from Kill Bill, except for it came out like 25 years before it. Yeah. Because that's what Tarantino does really, really well. I thought about telling this from the perspective of they're in the middle of the very end of the fight, and then we stop and we go backwards and tell it then forward.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I kind of look at Extra Life as a way to kind of stretch my muscles a little bit that way. So I think the strong start is gunfight with Nemodian forces in the hallway to their delegation's quarters. Like a couple rounds, it's just gunfight, right? After a few rounds, this dissolves into what happened prior to this. What got us here?
So I guess the only thing that I'm thinking about that is it does, not that
there's some agency.
Well, you know where things are headed. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I that is the only thing that
I worry about that.
Because if you we can't avoid this gunfight. But I suppose you could, if you wanted to really get weird with it, potentially, you could play it as, if the gunfight is happening, it's completely whoever you're fighting is completely obscured by some sort of element or whatever. So you don't know you're fighting somebody in this flash forward, but you don't know who. And then
I love that, Matt. That is brilliant.
Throughout the game, determine who that actually is.
No, that's perfect. That is because
it could be, you go to the Nemoidians and negotiate with them, and they're like, yeah, this is great. And then rebels attack or something, or you piss off the Nemoidians and they're the ones,
I love that. That's
Morning, Super Spike.
Yeah, it feels like at that point we get a little bit more of a choose your own adventure Super Spike sort of avenue there.
Yeah. All paths eventually lead through this road, but who else is there with you?
Yeah, I think it it does allow for a little bit more, because it might be that they just say, they're just there to do that kind of assassination job, and then okay. So what scenes we have? Gunfight. See above. Okay, so here's where I got to kind of. Oh, dude, you're fine. It was not a good stream. It was not a good game to stream without having someone else playing it with me. And I had one person in Mitch, and Mitch was doing other stuff, which was cool. So we just chilled, and I only played for like an hour, and then I was like, I'm out. So don't sweat it. I was tired, and I'm even more tired today. So coffee, baby.
Pew, 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 pew.
That's right. I just dabbed. I'm an adult. I just Griffin McElroy all over you.
If you floss, we'll know the coffee's doing the job.
No comment. So I'm trying to think how we get from here to there. So I think maybe this first scene is. Well, we need a good Star Wars name. How about Gordon Klieg?
Yeah.
And he is the junior adjutant. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm happy that you were doing stuff. I mean, real life always trumps this. Always.
Yes.
It does for me. It should for you. And let's them know that COMPNOR expects issues with the Cambodians aboard the bar. I gotta find a better name than that. Not terrible. I keep feeling like that might be the name of another Star Wars ship.
It could be, but all right. I'm gonna just look at a list of named passenger trains.
Oh,
United States. Advanced Wolverine.
That's like my 12-year-old self would have named that. I know it's going to be called the Manifest Destiny.
Oh, all right. Not the Barnacle Bill special.
No, not this time. That's, I think, kind of. Hey, we made the top 16, Matt. We did it. We've made it. It's all downhill from here. I heard rumor that we might also have a random beard pop in for those of you who can't get enough of that tea swigging son of a. Maybe we can convince him to do Stone Cold Steve architecture if you guys try real hard. They they are tasked with ensuring the negotiations go in the favor of their beloved empire at all costs. That being said, they have the leeway to do so as they are not officially part of the empire. No, imperial structure, I guess. Yeah, I wish David would just let him read more copy. It's one of my favorite things he does sometimes. And I'm always like, oh, can we stop this like child like just cutting him off? Just let him do his thing.
Yeah. Work
If
on
you if you
something.
if you cut him off, he's just gonna want to do more.
Yeah. Mitch, we are working on prepping what is the name of
Crush
this?
the Rebellion.
Crush the Rebellion, an Imperial focused game using the Apocalypse system that King is going to be running during Extra Life.
Yes. I have a bunch of stuff I have to prep for those times. Gosh, I'm struggling today. So I have a bunch of stuff I have to get prepped. And this is one of them. And I just want to do the broad kind of overview of it. I want to say it every time. I never realized how much I said broad strokes and how much I pause in the worst possible points. When I say broad strokes, how much I want to kind of do that so it doesn't ruin anything. Because I think, Matt, you were planning on playing in some of these.
I mean, I might. I like playing your games, and the Apocalypse world stuff is a lot. You know, I haven't dipped my toe into D&D, so I feel like I would be kind of slowing things down there.
No.
I know. This is my thing. It doesn't matter if it's based in reality or not.
That's true. But I will say that to anyone. It's like D&D is weird in the fact that if you're playing with a bunch of people who really like playing, you don't slow it down at all because people want you to have fun. So they're going to be like, you know, they're going to put the hand out and want you to get pulled up. Because that's the thing is we always want more people to play with, and we always want more people to hopefully want to run at some point, because then those of us who are forever DMs don't have to be forever DMs. Because at some point, and I'm sure other people can attest to this, you get to be a forever DM for so long that you have a hard time getting out of that. Like, I have a hard time like wanting to play because I'm like, well, that's not how I would do that. And I get kind of frustrated, and it sucks because it is definitely unfortunately played into that kind of like anxiety reduction control factor that I sometimes pitfall into. So, and Mitch is right. D&D is way simpler than you think.
Oh yeah, I know I know I could pick it up. I just, I don't want to be messing anybody else's day up.
You'll be fine. We've had more than a few people already jump into Chaos Scar who either have not played in a really long time or some of had never played.
Wow.
So, and that's it's a perfect thing for it because it's literally just we go to the fight, we have the fights, and then we leave the fights. Yeah, Super Spike's right. No witnesses. So we've got the gunfight, which is how we begin. We've got the brief. So we've got step 1. We've got step 3. I got to figure out step 2. I don't ever say that, Mitch, because people say that all the time. And some people just are built to be players, and some people are built to run. And like I said, I have problems kind of playing sometimes, but running I can kind of do. And other people I know, it's the other way around. They're like, no matter how much prep they have, running just gets to be too much herding cats. And whereas playing, they're just like, oh, I can play a drop of a hat. I can make a character in 2 seconds. So, I think it's, you can build the bridge to either side, but it's not as easy, I think, for some folks. Yeah, that's true. I do agree with that. In game, that's true. All right. So what is our between step 1 underwear and step 3 profit? Here's where I need to have conflict. So I'm going to put down some ideas here. I'm hopefully going to do it on the right screen. So doing that. So I want some ideas for conflict. That way I'm not giving anything away.
Yeah.
Sudden yet in the inevitable betrayal. Yes. Partisans on board.
Ooh.
Looking to kill everyone.
Is this like a commercial cruise sort of ship or transport?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
Has it been co-opted by the Empire and these incredibly rich corporate sector?
Well, yeah.
Folks, for this particular kind of sit down, yeah, that would also be a yes. Confederacy of Independent Systems. That's right. That's the CIS. So I also want to think who would benefit from causing problems here. Well, players aren't really important enough to kind of warrant bounty hunters. They're supposed to be kind of extremely low level in the overall scheme of things, COMPNOR volunteers, more or less. The partisans, I'm looking at that same kind of time frame as we're playing in our other Star Wars games. So about 5 years after the fall of the Old Republic. So we don't have a full-blown rebellion yet. We instead have a bunch of small factions who are causing problems, just kind of the inklings of problems for the Empire. And I think the partisans, to me, are the most immediate threat due to the fact that they never stopped fighting.
So they're very much still like just on their own, despite the fact that they were originally a tool of Palpatine.
The partisans?
Not the partisans, the Confederacy.
Yes. So even though they were a tool, they were like a couple steps removed from actually Palpatine. So, plausible deniability, as well as now it's just that he can use them as a political prop. Where was the Crimson Dawn also kind of,
they're out there. Yeah.
They're out there. What are they doing?
If this is pre-Yavin.
Yes.
What like roughly how far, I guess? Because
5 years after the fall of the Republic. So 5 years into the Empire.
Okay, so
I don't remember what that is. It's probably like 15 BBY, something like that, 20 BBY. I can never remember the time frame.
Yeah.
Plus, it doesn't really have one. Crime, yes. What are they doing? Crime. Be Crimson Dawn, commit crime.
Revenge of the Sith is 19 BBY.
So it would be like 15 BBY.
Okay.
About that. Yeah, we'll say 15, 14 BBY.
Okay, so this would still be when, like, Maul and...
Yeah, Maul would still have control of Crimson Dawn. So it could be that Crimson Dawn is merely trying to sort of embarrass the Empire.
Yeah, or even just, they try to, get an in with the Confederacy, a more overt one, maybe. Like, oh, we helped you out, so...
So Crimson Dawn. We're just going to call them hands. Are aboard the ship to help ensure that the Nemodians secure a gosh, brain, please just work with me this morning. Favorable deal. And attempt to make inroads with the local imperial governors. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of thinking it's more of a trying to not even undermine, but build like back roads into the Empire that way. Who else?
Me.
Well, there's our Star Wars boy.
Hi.
Hi.
You're in a different part of the house.
I am. Yes, I'm in the bedroom. I decided I did not want to go sit in the basement.
That's where the magic happens.
Yeah. It's where I have placed an embarrassing high school photo of myself on my partner's nightstand, and see it on mine.
Nothing gets either of you as Randy as high school photos of each other. Look at me! Look at me when I still had zits, baby.
Yeah.
All right. So, it's true. It's true.
Is this for the Empire one?
Yes. We're just kind of doing a broad overview, so I can kind of make some changes, but so it's a little bit more.
Well, I think this is happening the same time that mine is happening, so there's no.
All right, then you don't care.
Yeah, well, I do, but I don't have to worry about it.
True. So, Beard, we were talking.
Yeah.
What are some other factions that would be deeply involved in kind of the galactic scene at about 15 BBY? That might have cause to want to be involved or interfere. Hi, Huey. Hi, buddy.
Hey.
In a meeting between the Empire and the Nemoidians So I believe the Nemoidians were kind of cut off at the end of the Clone Wars. They still had enough money and clout to kind of stay out of things. So
are we thinking like Separatist Alliance, Confederacy of Independent Systems? We're thinking Banking Guild. Are we thinking what are we?
The Nemoidians were part of the CIS.
Yeah, but I didn't know if you were like dumb dogs. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember what they actually produced. The Nemoidians like had something they produced besides being incredibly wealthy.
Yeah. There's the we're 15 BBY.
Yeah, about 15 BBY, give or take.
I mean, there's so many that I'm thinking of, but I think that they're all part of the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Are we counting things like Shizor and these kind of things, or like is this on the up and up, or are we thinking like Shadow Collective, Crimson Dawn?
We've got Crimson Dawn down, and we've got the Partisans down.
Okay.
Because the Partisans would definitely still be doing wild stuff during this time period.
How about the Hutts or the Pikes or the like Crymora Syndicate? Anything there?
I'm trying to remember what the Nemoidians actually do.
Weren't the Nemoidians the banking part of the Banking Guild?
They were part of the CIS, but I don't remember, and they were part of the Trade Federation, but I don't remember, like, did they produce something, or were they just...
They don't seem to.
Like, they were just go-betweens?
Maybe.
Well, they were involved in slavery.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the Nemoidians then. Maybe they're brokers. We'll use them as that. So the Empire wants to use them to broker certain things. And also, wants to ensure that... I thought about Mando clans, but I kind of... No one forgets about the Bothans. Stupid Bothans.
Do you like the Night Owls or...
I'm thinking like who are the other slavers, the cat-like slavers in Star Wars? I can never remember their names. Okay. How about this? The reason they're doing this, I don't want that in the brief. Hidden secret and clues. The Empire needs the Nemoidians in order to secure cheap slave labor without military intervention. For the Galactic Mining Guild. What was something they were? Kyber crystals. This would be so they can ramp up their kyber crystal mining. operation. That seems like that's something that makes sense.
You could also have some people that they've enslaved trying to, stop them from.
Which I think that would probably fall into the partisans to it. Well, no, not really. You're right. So the Zygerians would be there to sabotage things so they can take that contract since they're just slavers.
What's the did you read any of the like Darth Vader or Dr. Aphra comics?
I have.
No, I don't think I have. I haven't really delved in that. I know who Aphra is, but I'm not really.
So there's
she'd still be she'd be born, but she'd be very, very young at this time.
I'm thinking of the Santul Pride. It's a lot of what are they? Let's see. I'm just thinking that they were around before Battle of Yavin, and they not primarily, but they're primarily, or a good number of them are Rhodians, and they're pretty nasty, but they were run by Yonak.
Hey, Draz.
Yeah,
I've got the Zygerians down. I'm trying to think if there was any group that were like incredibly anti-slavery. That was their thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure who you're talking about when it comes to that beard at all.
Okay. Well, they were this group that is basically like known as like the Sixth Family or the Sixth Crime Syndicate. There's basically the Hutts, the Pikes, Crimson Dawn, Black Sun, Cremora, and then like they were kind of recognized as they grew as kind of the like sixth. And then like when Black Sun fell out of power, and Cremora was kind of replaced by the droid Gatra. So the Santul Pride and like Guavian Death Gang started to like kind of like hone in on the Crimson Dawns area. I love all of the like future things like the Guavian Death Gang and like Kanji Club. They just like sound like other school activities. Like, hey, are you going to Kanji Club today?
Rhodian Junk Cartel?
I don't know if that ends up kind of evolving into the Santul Pride or not, but it could be. I think any Rhodians are really interesting.
Oh, their post destruction of the Death Star is the only problem. So they're a little little too late for this time period.
What about the What about the droid Gatra?
I don't know much about the droid Gatra. Lay it on us.
They're basically like a group that it's like mostly like battle droids and other like other droids that serve the separatists. They basically like kind of repurposed themselves and like wanted to liberate droids. So I don't know if they would actually
Be anti-slave.
be anti-slave.
I
but
would assume they would.
They got hired by the Crimora Syndicate a lot, and they like were founded before the Clone Wars, and they were like still around like after like the original trilogy. So anyway,
Well, for our purposes, they're going
to be awesome.
And
I mean, the Togruta are pretty good examples of like.
all right. I think we're good there for our different potential conflict members. And I am just unable to do any basic typing or anything. Who was the droids we were using in your Star Wars, in the Star Wars, the Crush Gang? What, I can't remember what they were called.
Droid Crush, yeah.
Yeah, Droid Crush, but there's a name that goes before that.
Yeah. Let's see here. The Droid Crush Pirates of Bastoon.
Bastoon, yes. I just love that name. It sounds like a goddamn Joshi tag team name from like 1983. All right, so I think we're good there. So we're gonna save this for now, because I am gonna have to ruminate on some things. We might have to have an emergency prep school during the week at some point. All right, so
well, we still got another week.
Let's jump
Next week.
into our Capers game.
Yeah, Mitch, that's probably fine that you don't know any of this stuff.
So I've named this "There's no such thing as a small job" or
a small
big
yob.
time. No yob.
No yob.
No yob. So here is the pitch. I don't know, Beard, if you've even seen the pitch.
I haven't seen the pitch. I don't think so.
Can you read it, or do you want me to read it out loud?
The hench life has not been kind of late. I mean, who pays for your dental work when Battlestar loosens your crowns? Sure as hell ain't Ames HR department. So when a new master planner contacted you with not just a job, but the opportunity to get an actual set of gimmicks, you couldn't pass it up as it sounded too good to be true. Because it is, you mook. Nothing worth stealing is easy to get, and this is no different. All you and your crew have to do is get caught, get sent to the big house, and spring Phineas Mason, who will provide them all with the gene key to permanently unlock your new powers. Oh, yeah, that's the catch. These new gimmicks only work for 120 hours.
There's the pitch.
That's great.
So, I'm I'm thinking the strong start is basically getting captured by Shield. I mean, maybe we'll touch upon AIM's HR department at another time because yes, I too enjoy the weird mundane of these massive criminal organizations. I thought about maybe even using a system like oh God, what is that system called where you're trying to be as normal as possible even though you've got superpowers? Extra normal, I think it's what it's called.
Oh yeah.
So the strong start is getting arrested.
Yeah.
A battle with, oh man, come on, type better than this. With Shield and insert name of local superhero here. Ends with the PCs getting arrested and being shuttled to the big house. All right. So that's our strong start. Have a little bit of a fight to kick things off. But it's a fight that the PC should understand they need to throw. Matt, this is for you. Cobra is nothing if not hygienic. Scenes that might occur. Initial fight. I got that. So here's kind of where I'm drawing a blank. I'm thinking about kind of I need to think of a prisoner list. So
Like, are we talking about like low level?
Well, who would be housed in the big house?
Oh,
I mean, pretty much anybody, but
so let's do that. Let's come up with a prisoner list.
Specific like types of powers you want to have people encounter, specific types of characters.
No, not really. I just want. So power dampening, I'm kind of looking at power dampening as there is some power dampening in the big house, but it's not super needed because it's going to be staffed by droids, like kind of just Iron Man-esque armor.
how about
and everything's shrunk down. They're all PIM size. Also, I might just use ants as the guards.
that'd be
like
sweet.
Iron ants.
I would. I mean, if you know, give me a bunch of ants with guardsman helmets.
Oh. Yes, we're doing that.
So like the Red Ghost and all of his super apes have to be in there, right?
I mean, that's what I'm asking. Like, who would you like to see?
Yeah. I mean, I want to see them.
You'd either
I want to see Serpent Society dudes.
I don't want to use the full Serpent Society, so let's come up with 3. Anaconda.
Do you want? I guess
Cobra
with powers that they can use or skills, or is it just because if it's like gimmick guys, it's like, oh yeah, the ringer's in here. He's just a dude without his suit.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a mix.
Okay.
There's enough villains in Marvel. I think it's more like they need a place to put them. Porcupine in the comics isn't a bad guy anymore. Well, which I love. Yeah, he's he's kind of like Spider Woman's kind of boyfriend, which I actually love that whole thing of him.
Oh
like
yeah,
being,
that was great.
is he not that anymore? Did they
How
off
about
him or something?
He hasn't shown up a ton of late, but that is still pretty much where he's at. But yeah, Red Ghost is dead. So
Red Ghost is dead.
yeah,
That's
Super Ghost was still out there though.
well, how did he die?
Captain America killed him during that whole Hydra Cap mess.
Well, does that really count? Because I thought a lot of that was like
No,
retconned
he
out.
killed him. It just wasn't actually Cap at the time.
Fuck that.
How
Red
about
Ghost is dead. He's a
how about
ghost.
Lion God?
Lion
Is
God.
Lion God still alive?
Who's Lion God? Who's Lion
He's
God?
just like this crazy supervillain. I just remember him from Earth's Mightiest Heroes. He was in
the
he was in the
Griffin?
raft. They had the big breakout.
You mean the Griffin?
Say that again. Sorry.
You mean the Griffin?
No, Griffin's different than Lion God.
I'm gonna look this up here.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, oh, he's an Avengers foe. I do not recognize this dude.
Yeah.
It's a wild costume. I kind of love it.
Right? It like feels a little Kirby-esque.
Oh, it super is. And apparently he was a big enemy of Dominic Fortune.
All right.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Lion God is in.
Anyway.
I'm gonna have to do some serious
I always
reading up
thought he
on
was
Lion
great.
God.
Yeah,
That's a deep cut. Well done.
I also really like Chemistro with his like alchemy gun. That's basically
I
just
also am big on Chemistro. Yeah, to me, he's like he seems like a Flash villain.
Yeah, I mean he is.
Yeah.
No.
He's kind of like if Dr. Alchemy and like Captain Cold had a baby in a different universe.
I mean he's like Paste Pot Pete too. You know, it's like, do you have a gun that does stuff? And without it, you're just a bad dude.
Anaconda, Cottonmouth, who would be another good kind of low-level Serpent Society?
I think I've always
what has actual powers.
Rock Python.
The Rock Python doesn't have powers. That's
he does. He has his little eggs that wrap people up, but he's also like he's got like rock hard skin.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah, because it never really came into play. But
is Weapons Master Zeron the Weapons Master still around and kicking?
Yep.
I just reread the Bloodstone saga not so long ago.
Give me the Batrocks Brigade all the time.
But, yes.
Let's see here.
So let's kind of think, what group have we?
He's superhumanly durable, but he's not actually super strong, which is an interesting.
Fair. So let's try to think of some,
that, where it's like, yeah, I can hold a grenade and it won't kill me, but I can't lift a car.
So I can take a beating, but I can't really give one.
Yeah. Like, yeah, if you stop a door from closing, he could jam his arm in there and it wouldn't close, no matter how like heavy it was, but he couldn't open it again.
So let's think of some teams or individuals and try to mine their rogues galleries for the deep cuts. Let's start with Fantastic Four.
If you need deep cuts,
Mad Dog, that's a great one, Mitch.
I got some. You want to get deep? Let's get deep. Let's go for Spear, the dude who is like one of Crossfire's henchmen.
Well, if it's the same, is it the Spear that fought Luke Cage?
Yeah, Luke Cage, and he's like a Heroes for Hire villain. He's also a Scott Lang era Ant-Man villain.
Spear. His brother is a wrestler.
Oh,
the Mangler.
Wait, is that Ben? Crossfire has a ton of like henchmen that were like great. It was like Big Ben.
Weird.
Big.
Oh, what was that?
Man, I also would love the Zodiac guys.
Well,
What?
I mean, there's the death throws.
Which we got Ringer in there already.
Okay.
I do like the death throws as well.
So I am looking at the there was I can't remember which issue of what it was, but it was issue of Loki, and Loki runs into Oddball in a casino, and Oddball goes on a rant and says, "You think I'm some kind of second-rate juggling theme guy like Chuck Stuff from Philly or the Tosser?" Oddball. Oddball, the man with the deadly balls. So Chuck Stuff and the Tosser have never actually appeared beyond that naming.
Okay, they're getting in there.
That's the limit with either of those.
They're in.
I feel like the Tosser should be British.
Or he should be someone who pretends to be British.
Oh,
that's even better. Where are you from? I'm from Illinois.
The Power Tools, absolutely, Mitch. I love those guys.
Oh God, I can't remember who the Power Tools are.
They showed
the
up.
Name is so familiar.
They fought Battlestar.
Okay, yeah, now I know who they are.
One of them just had like regular sized drills on his wrists.
Yeah, I remember that now.
That's beautiful.
What if we just stick Baron Karza in there?
I mean, you could just have some weird like cosmic level guy in there for just like clerical error or some shit.
Or he's in like the kind of the maximum security wing.
Or it could just be like somebody who's like was imprisoned in like a crystal or a sphere or whatever, and then like somebody else there just like stole it, and I don't know.
Like so he's like setting in the impound.
Yeah. Just like
that works for me.
There was that great couple issues in Sensational Spider-Man 2 where the looter like broke into the supervillain gear impound lot and just came out wearing all of it. So you had like the unicorn's helmet and Stiltman's legs and all that. Just
whatever happened to the Maker? Where's the Maker at currently?
He is still out there.
Okay. Is the evil Watcher? What is the Aaron? Is he still out there? Or is he dead?
I think he might be dead, but let's see here.
I thought he was like immortal.
He was he forced him to become Uatu forced him to become living energy, which he then redirected into forming the core of the One's inevitable regeneration. I don't know what the One is. The One is a Watcher.
Okay. So. Who was Devos the Devastator? Why is that also extremely...
Oh. For a heavy, how about the Orca, said Mitch. Acrobat. The Headsman, Blue Streak.
Blue Streak is in. That's a done deal.
Well, Blue Streak has a whole gang now.
Oh, I mean, you cut the head off of a roller skating evil guy gang.
Yeah, there's a whole like group of rollerblading supervillains now. The Fast Five.
That's amazing. Also, yes, I love Devos the Devastator because it's basically like the dude is just like, I'm gonna destroy all races capable of making war by destroying them. Yeah. It's like, I will commit genocide, but that is not war. I like the idea of the mad thinker, like, just being, like, slightly less mad. Like, he's doing yoga and Tai Chi and stuff. AmeriCop.
Well,
Ooh, isn't AmeriCop a good guy though? Supposedly.
well, he thinks he is. He's not.
Is he like? I can't remember. He's like a Judge Dredd analog, right?
More or less. There's the obscure Mark Gruenwald Captain America character Ballistic.
I think I had Ballistic once in college, but I got a shot for it.
His whole, he's a vigilante who's all about like quality of life. So in the issue in question,
thank you.
Fabian Stankiewicz, who was like
I remember Fabian Stankiewicz.
Yeah, he was considering suicide and was on top of a bridge, and below there was a traffic jam, which was hurting the quality of life. So Ballistic shows up and is like, "Yeah, you should just jump or not." Because you're causing problems for all those people down there with this traffic. So he's the sort of, guy who would be like, if he saw you littering, he would probably just blast you with his, Ballistic or whatever the fuck he has. So yeah, we don't really know what powers he has. He can fly. He has a stick that shoots energy. Captain America showed up and threw his shield. Ballistic blocked it with a stick. His stick broke and he fell into the river. And he's never appeared again.
I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, he attacked teens playing tag team on a stereo. And
what do you think about Silvermane's like disembodied head or his little like robot?
Oh, with his little car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and he's got the like big robot body too, but I always like him because he has those like the dreadnought.
Well, I'm trying to think who would be interesting in a prison environment.
Or if he's just
that's why I like the idea of just like a disembodied head.
Is there somebody carrying him around?
Yeah. Like he's totally dependent on like, I don't know, Griffin to carry him around. Or like they put him, like to keep him from being injured, they put him in like a ball, so like people are like playing basketball with Silvermane's head. Oh
god damn, that's beautiful.
Because Silvermane before like he was disembodied head dude was pretty fucking nasty.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, but I'm gonna live forever, so now my head's in a jar. Worth the living comment. The Circus of Crime. Oh, I do love the Circus of Crime.
Brothers Grimm, maybe?
I do like the Brothers Grimm.
I also love the Wizard, the Master of Anti-Gravity, and I love that he would just be like upside down in his cell. They're like, fine, you don't want gravity? There you go. Plus, he's got one of the best Fu Man shoes in all of villaindom.
Ooh, how about a deep cut?
So how deep? So deep, put that ass to sleep.
We're gonna get rid of this.
Whoa.
Communist ape men.
We are. Elf with a gun.
Oh God, no. Ugh. Ugh.
Did I miss something there?
Elf with a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Not a fan.
Oh God, it's an elf with a gun.
It's exactly what it is.
Wow. Huh.
You've
His
never read
name
those Defenders issues?
His name is Melf.
Well, yeah, they kind of retconned some stuff into.
I did not. No, I didn't. Or if I did, I blacked it out.
Yep, that was some Steve Gerber shit.
Well, it was him. It was just him commenting on the randomness of life, and he never intended to resolve the story.
That's the problem. Is he should have done something with it before someone else came in and just destroyed it.
Well,
I mean, it's kind of like, to me, that whole thing felt like he was riffing on the fact that Ditko wanted the Green Goblin just to be some guy.
I mean, I think it was just like, yeah, he just wanted to, be like, well, yeah, not everything matters.
Yeah. Just murdering people singing folk songs. Wow. Wow, no love for young Frankenstein. Yeah. Well,
Don't be doing that, man. Please don't do that.
I got up
I am
early and
struggling.
we were up, and so I was just like, okay, if we're not gonna fall back asleep, can we go get breakfast somewhere since like nobody's out at 7 a.m.? Like, and we don't have to like freak out about like waiting in line somewhere, or like I'm just like, anytime I can go out and there's like nobody else in the restaurant, I'm like, I can do that. So we went to the Buttered Tin at like, I don't know, 7:15 this morning. It was great. I think the entire time we were there was like a max of like 10 other people that came through. It was perfect. Okay. Ooh, let's move on to the next thing. We'll come back.
Yeah,
What other questions?
We can name villains all day.
Yeah.
Are left winger and right winger still alive?
They got really severely burned, and it seemed like they were dead. I can't remember if they're still out there.
Just very badly burnt. I feel happy.
I feel like they got killed eventually.
It's Marvel. No one gives a shit.
Oh, they both committed suicide.
Oh, shit. Well, okay. Yeah, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, they attacked U.S. agent in a refinery. He like strung them upside down and said, "I'm not going to kill you," but then he lit the refinery on fire. They did survive, but were horribly burned. So,
U.S. agent.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I never can tell how I actually feel about U.S. agent.
He's evil.
Well, I mean, he's just been all over the place in how he's been portrayed. You know?
I do know. And to me, that just makes him a utility player unworthy of my time.
He ends up, for me, he falls into a lot of the same stuff as like Super Skrull.
Yeah. Like some amazing stories, but then like mostly garbage. Mitch, I thought you were getting like really fancy on us. Like, I just love the Captain Satume. And I was like, oh, costume. I was like, what is Satume? I was like, is there a Captain Satume I do not know about?
Man, there should be. That's a great name.
It's just Sunfire wearing a suit. Hello.
We were just talking yesterday about our love for Sunfire.
I know. I was there, baby.
That's right. I can. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
You know who needs to be in this is By Beast. I loves me some By Beast. What happened to the Squadron Supreme of 616 after that last story they did? Where they were the superheroes, basically.
I'm not sure. I would have to look.
You're talking about the most recent?
Yeah.
Nighthawk's still he's with the Avengers currently.
Really?
Yeah. But I can't remember where the rest are. And I had forgotten about the Marvel villain Landscape.
Please tell me more about Landscape.
Landscape appeared in like one issue of Uncanny X-Men, and he has the base. He can create holographic environments. So he can he's a living version of whatever that thing that Disney uses for all their shit. But like it's not like you can't I think it just looks like that. You can't interact with it.
It's fair.
So yeah,
I'm okay with that.
And he basically just looks like a modern art version of the Spot.
Huh.
He's blue with like different multicolored splotches all over him. That's
interesting. Hey, should I introduce you to all of our plants?
Sure.
Of course, my friend.
Barry is the big one. Penny is the small one. Barry and Penny. Got Sylvie right here holding it down on top of my record player, which is buried. We got Sprout. It's a Sprout. It's a hanging boy. And this is, let's see. Can we see? That's Nibbles. Yeah, because he's got some nibbles. This is the Temptations right there. Yeah. Temptations. I think that's everybody. Big day. Those are also all of my unsleeved sets for Legendary over there, because I keep saying I'm going to watch a movie and sleeve all of my cards I haven't sleeved, but I have not gotten around to it because I have not had time to sit down for a whole ass movie.
You're a busy boy. You're a boy of busyness.
I am. I'd hope that'd be today, but it looks like it's going to be such a nice day that I'd like to get some stuff done in the garage. And I'd love to get these bookcases finished and mounted. So is Colin, so you're running capes. You're running Scum and Villainy, and then you're running the other Star Wars game. And then, are you running anything else here?
No.
You're running those three, right? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Then I'm running Drakewind, and I'm running Christmas D&D. I think that's it, because Colin is running those others, and I think that Zach scheduled one of those when my D&D was going to be, which is totally fine because I'm going to be doing good to prep what I'm prepping.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am as well. It's just kind of, I'm a little like don't know if I have much more I can actually contribute. All the other things I got going on, but that's just me. I say that now, and then I'll be like, I should have ran 2 more games. I'm just not.
Yeah.
I mean, for God's sakes, I'm having a hard enough time just doing this today. Which is sad. We'll have to
Okay,
figure out.
Elf with a gun killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. That was kind of the point. It's random murder.
Yep.
And what was the point?
There wasn't one.
Huh. All right.
That was the point. There was no point.
Just meaningless murder from an elf?
Pretty much.
Huh.
Yep.
Elf is a representation of the random, chaotic nature of the universe.
But yeah, people didn't really jive with that in their narratives. So
yeah, I get it.
I mean, that was another part of it, was like it just didn't really affect that book.
and also that was but
it was like just something going on in the background that was, I think that was the big question, was like, how does this tie in at all to what's going on in this book?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't. That was kind of the point, but it also at the same time, that being the point, it did not help.
And then, of course, like J.M. DeMatteis, like tried explaining the entire thing.
yes.
Well, and I don't know if that was on him or if that was a editorial from Marvel.
I mean, I think they got a lot of not emails, but letters about it. Like, what is this? And
yeah. I mean, I think people wanted an explanation. I mean, they were following the book and had been for some time, and this had been going on in the background. People wanted a payoff.
Yeah.
And there was no payoff. Are you falling down an elf with a gun rabbit hole? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, basically. It's just very crazy.
Yep. But, it's Steve Gerber, so what do you expect?
Yeah.
That's kind of his MO.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got enough names on this list now. Everyone satisfied with this list so far?
Yes.
I think it's a good list.
It's a weird list, which
Well,
I think
yeah.
makes it good. Also, I'd have to put Dr. Demonicus on there. I mean, come on, he fights kaiju. So got the shakedown. Seeing the biker. Joining a prison gang. Fight in the commissary. If anyone out there in the chat, since someone brought up AEW figures, can find me any screaming Powerhouse Hobbs and screaming Brian Cage faces, let me know, because I'm looking for those two stupid heads.
I will be right back.
You're talking about the action figures?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I just want those two heads.
Yeah.
I think that's probably below. All right, so we got a good start there. I can start to brainstorm off of that.
Word.
All right, let's go back to Star Wars for a little bit. That's the big thing, is they're going to be on that ship. NPCs. Orin Clegg. But
Great.
All right, sorry about that.
Yeah, I was reading in the some Marvel history book that fans would basically just send the writers drugs.
Oh, you know. I believe Stan would refer to that as imagination fuel. Excelsior! And if I've not said it before on this stream, I'm not the hugest fan of Stan. So
what?
Yeah.
What?
Hey, I feel like Stan.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard you say that in general.
Yeah. Anyone who hasn't seen Search Steve Ditko. Also reading a couple different books by Jack Kirby estate. I am not a Stan man. No, I do not stand Stan.
I recognize his contributions, but I'm certainly not. Yeah. He's definitely over.
Part of my issue with that, though, is I'm not sure what his contributions actually were. Because he waded so hip deep into his own bullshit that I have a hard time really separating fact from fiction with Stan.
The hype man thing, basically spreading.
Stan Lee was the Flavor Flav of the comic book world. What did he actually do that helped at all? Not sure. But boy, did he make Chuck D look good.
Well, Flavor Flav is a multi-instrumentalist, and
So
a lot of
Stan
that.
Lee was a subpar Flavor Flav.
Sure.
You're like, I'll take that. That's what we'll go.
Yeah, Flavor Flav contributed a lot more to Public Enemy than people realize.
Oh, Flavor Flav. Flavy Flav.
All right. Well, I'm gonna dip. Got some errands to run and some gutters to clean. So.
Oh, that sounds like code. What does that really mean?
It's not code. That is literally what I am doing.
Sounds like when Doug would say he's got to go sand some decks.
Yeah. True.
Oh, if only.
Yeah.
Mitch, you're not wrong. Neither are you, Super Spike. Yeah, I think I've got enough going that if either of you are interested in picking up on this next week, we could, or even like I said, doing an emergency.
Yeah, keep me posted.
Prep school. All right. Well, I think that's gonna call it for us today. I might play some Minecraft or something and try to figure out what I'm gonna do for Down Outlands.
Yeah, just kind of do something that doesn't, involve your.
I'm so just like fried.
Yeah, just reset a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
Which Dave are you referring to, Mitch? Because if you're referring to Diamond Dave Wheeler loves everything.
True story.
Everything. Everything. This is the man who once said Otis in WWE has all the tools to be a Hall of Famer.
I mean,
unironically.
I don't think that's impossible.
Sometimes I love David. Sometimes I'm just like, don't say these things. Don't speak in hyperbole. Please stop. Like him talking about Black Adam yesterday, I was like, I'm glad you loved it.
Hey, the people like what the people like.
Yeah, hey, I mean, it's one of the reasons I love him because he's excited about everything, because I certainly am not.
I mean, honestly, it's probably not the JSA movie that I would like, but it's the Rock movie that got made, and there would not probably be a movie with those characters in it if he didn't. So, I'll watch it for what it's worth.
I mean,
it's better than another Murder Superman movie to me.
Or any Zack Snyder movie.
Yeah. So, this is somewhat related to what we're talking about here. Sorry, I'm just going to share this before I forget. Kieran Gillen posted the Kobold stat block from the Die RPG. In the description, it says, does whatever a kobold does and looks like whatever a party remembers a kobold to look like. Ask the players, find out. I have no idea.
This is fair.
He posted a ton of stuff about like setting up games too on the Die Discord, which I'm sorry about.
Oh, yeah, PDF's coming soon.
Yep. I got that email this morning. I love that idea too, because kobolds at one point early D&D were like little dogmen, and now they're little dragon people. Completely different. Yeah, they're little lizard people. And I kind of love that.
Remember them.
I mean, I think that's cool though when you think about it. Because that can mean every time you have a new group of players, that their perception becomes the reality of the set.
Yeah, for sure.
Hiccups.
All right.
Warcraft made them mole people? I'm not a Warcraft guy, so.
Wow.
Now I'm like, I kind of want to know about these mole people kobolds.
All right, homies. May you prep on.
I'm not. I'm
But
done.
not Laura Prepon. Hey-o.
Aye.
Can we play the music?
No, but you can tell us what you got going on this week, Beard.
Probably crying a bit. I don't know.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm busy. I don't know.
Do you have any?
I'm just like, I'm going to probably lay down until noon and then get my ass up and go.
You have anything going on stream? You working on anything?
I don't know. Is Down Outlands this week?
It is. It's tomorrow.
Yeah, well, then I have Drakewind Falls on Tuesday.
Fair. Matt, where are you at this week?
Tiny Mang Tuesdays, every Tuesday. Other than that, I'll be back here next Sunday, and we'll see where else I pop up. But that's all I got going.
Yeah, baby.
I've got DNO tomorrow.
I swear that I just DM'd last week. Ugh.
I did last Monday. I'm real tired. No one trusts each other anymore, and we're all tired. We're so tired.
We're all very tired.
We're all very tired. Hi, Huey. Hi, buddy. Hi. Who's a good boy?
Wait, to Uncle Bang?
Hi.
Say Uncle Bang?
He keeps looking at you like, what?
Is Uncle Bang?
Hi, Huey. Aw, hi, Ruby. That's fuel. That's so much fuel. I miss you, Huey. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Maybe we'll drop by later today.
Well, I ain't doing nothing. So, I guess I've got Dino tomorrow. I've got Bad at Games on Friday. I'm not gonna play Sunless Sea because man, that was a bad stream. Actually, Casual Doug will be back. It's Casual Dota, so we'll be Dotaing it up. And then this next Sunday, maybe we'll throw an emergency one in if someone's got wild hair up their behind this week and wants to do something. And then yeah, that's it for me this week.
Word.
So thank you all. You are all amazing, sexy binks. And now I'm out of focus. It's just kind of like how I'm seeing the world right now. So thank you. Have a wonderful finale of your weekend.
Image and truth, and that's okay. It's a portrait of Dorian Ginger. The image on the screen reflects the truth of your being.
It's fair. These are fair points you're making. Heartbreakingly fair.
Okay.
All right, boss. Hey, you guys have a good one. Thank you so much for jumping in and spending your Sunday morning with it. Yep. All y'all. Draz.
Thanks.
Bye. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.